There he is live, ladies and gentlemen. Asian Jim Adventures is live right now on his channel. I'm your host, Ricky Drama, here live. Sick Grandpa here live here in Cebu, Philippines tonight. The scumbag himself, Asian Jim Adventures live tonight. Back with Dexcel, back in the province. The broke ass disabled 70-year-old man back in the Philippines. Now we all thought, I mean, he told us, didn't he, tonight? Didn't he tell us that he could just walk down here? Let me get a bigger view here. This guy told us tonight he can get in. He just walks down the street. Look at how old. Look how frail. Look how disabled. Look how slow. Look how, just ugly and nasty and pitiful. Look how disgusting this dude looks, ladies and gentlemen. Look how he looks terrible. He looks terrible. But he told us over and over again when he walks down the street, girls just jump all over him. They just like jump on top of him and they're like, oh, they're like 18, 19 years old, and they just jump on top of him, bro. They're just like, yeah, oh, there he is. There's disabled Jim. Anyway, Ron, yeah, disabled Jim's live. Anyway, we got Jermaine in the back. After all the drama and both taking absolute shit about talking shit about each other, and the legal drama, Jim went back to her. She must have, yeah. Nah, dude, because this guy, listen, man, this guy is broke, Jermaine. This guy is completely broke. He is more broke, ladies and gentlemen, than Ben Newton there in Phnom Penh. Okay, this guy is fucking broke. Okay, fucking broke. He literally had no money there on the Cambodian border. He completely ran out of money. You had no money, and so then guess what? He had to wait for his mommy and daddy to send Christmas money. So when he got his Christmas money, that's when he went to Phnom Penh right away. Then he went up on the rooftop, he was ready to party down at the club. Remember, he was going to get a table with sparklers and fucking champagne. Sparkling wine. Since no one drinks in this fucking community anymore. Nobody fucking drinks. And anyway, then he's up there eating a cheeseburger and fries up there on top, on top of the hotel. And remember the room he got, bro? Remember the room he got? And they were like, he's all like, man, I got a big ass room. And then remember it looked like a fucking closet, bro. Because just like all the Doomageddon YouTubers like Brett's Trippin' and that fucking douchebag fucking Asia guy, no Doomageddon blogger can afford a hotel over $30 a night when they go on an international trip, including this fucking loser Jim. And now, of course, he's got an arrest warrant out, bro. Of course he's got an arrest warrant out because he missed his court date. He missed his court date, bro, and now he's got to go to jail and get processed. And as soon as he's in the jail, Jim, as soon as you're in the jail, bro, as soon as they put you in there for overnight because you got to stay there until you can bail out, that means your lawyer, that you only probably paid, 5,000 pesos for. Remember Jim got his first lawyer for the assault case, and he's like, man, I got a bargain. I paid 10,000 pesos for this lawyer, and they're going to do all this fucking work, to take care of business down there at the court, Remember he paid 10. Remember the broke ass, dumbass piece of shit paid 10,000 pesos for a lawyer, and then guess what, bro? Guess what? Now he has a fucking arrest warrant. I'm disabled Jim. I'm better than you. I'm smarter than you. I'm faster than you, and I go to the gym 5 times a day, and I pee 20 times a day. How many times does this motherfucker pee, bro? His prostate as big as my fucking head, motherfuckers. Yeah, now he's getting arrested. Anyway, when he's in the fucking pokey down there at the Barangay, when he's down at the Barangay in the fucking local jail, that's when somebody comes out of left field and says, oh, I want to file a charge. It's non-bailable. And they're like, just like Fazio, man, when the assault went down at the shithole in the Bohol, Fazio's like, that's attempted murder. We can get that big fat slob wrong on attempted murder charges, and then we will get a non-bailable and stick them in the fucking jail in that fucking hole for years. That's what's going on now. Like, come on, Jim, go on down there to the jail and get processed, you old. Then he looked like he's fucking 80 years old right here, motherfuckers. Because obviously he's coming down off the fucking drugs that he took in Cambo. Taking off the drug. I'm 61 and a half years old, ladies and gentlemen. I am full of life. I'm getting all the hot, fresh, tasty pina pussy all over this fucking Cebu City. And this old, decrepit, 53-year-old fucking single numbskull, disabled cuck bitch living with his mommy and his daddy who rides a mountain bike 100 miles a day before lunch. Oh, that's right. Yeah, you're better than us. Oh my God, bro. What's next? Frank Battaglia is innocent of all charges. Yeah, that's right, Don C. Because of your video, what the hell is that? Because of your video, with the, papers I don't know anything about, Frank has gone into a major depression tonight. Did you hear how depressed Frank was this morning on his show? How depressed he was, bro. It's not our fault, Frank. It's not our fault, Disabled Jim, that you run your big fat mouth, Frank. And Frank, you ran your big fat mouth for 10 years, and you talk shit about a Filipina. And now you're paying a price, Frank. If someone talked about Gilda, and you took him like Barry, and you took him down, and you got them 5 counts of cyber libel. Now Barry's paying the price. And Frank, you talked all this crap about beautiful, sweet, cold-hearted Shaw, and now you're paying the price. Look at this old man, bro. I can't fucking believe. Who pays $400,000 US? Okay. First of all, who's dumb enough to meet a girl online? Okay, with 4 kids. Okay, living in outside of Dumageddon. Red flag. Red flag. It's him and it's me, this guy is not it's me, okay? He's not it's me, okay? He's not it's me who, met his Filipina in the US, and they came over, to the Philippines, and, then they're building a beautiful house. Anyway. You know, who's dumb enough? No, imagine this guy's living in with his mom in the basement. You know, he's got needles, drugs, he's got all the fucking paraphernalia all over his bed in his room. And of course, his room stinks like stench and nasty and hasn't been clean for years. I mean, because the motherfucker is just a dirty, nasty scumbag. Anyway, he's on the dating site. He's all, oh look, I found a girl. Oh, she's in the province in Norgos Oriental. And she got 4 kids. And what? You want me to build a house? Oh, I'm disabled again. You know, I used to work for a couple of months, under the table when I got my disability check. And I can build something there. It's got to be cheap, right? It's got to be cheap. I can build a house. I can build a piggery. Remember this guy? I got piggery that's making billions of dollars. I mean, remember this Brian fucking Granville Smith. Brian Granville Smith from a foreigner farming in the Philippines, okay, spent years, countless hours, just never-ending, testing on how to run a piggery and couldn't make a fucking penny. But this guy just shows up and makes a mint on a fucking makes a mint already on the piggery. Someone said it best in the comments earlier in his channel. Somebody said it best on the comments. This guy here got a business visa, paid for a business visa in Cambodia, paid for a 1-year visa in Cambodia, paid for a 1-year lease on his shithole apartment on the border, okay, paid all this stuff, paid everything, and then picks up some hepatitis B on the way out the door from the yummy street food that he ate and said it was, he said it was phenomenal. All this fucking food in Cambo is phenomenal. It's phenomenal, remember? So he does all this money, spends all this time, leaves all these people in the lurch and just fucking runs off back to Grandma's house. I mean, back to Grandma's house. Grandma Dexcel there in the province, down there in Naros Orientals or Occidentals or where the fuck it is. This guy, you're an embarrassment to the state of Michigan. You're an embarrassment to the Detroit Metro Complex. You're a disgrace to the fucking construction industry. And most of all, you're a disgrace to the disabled people of America, bro. I mean, you make us all look bad with your fucking just stupidity, motherfucker. Man, hey, Don, see, that was about as funny as me hearing Frank today. Allo de Winter telling Frank that he's going to call his contacts at immigration and get everything done. You couldn't even get that shit done on the Fazio assault case. No, Allo de Winter's going to come in and take over Frank's legal on immigration when he's already been fucking deported and blacklisted for 5 fucking years, period. Cheers, motherfuckers around the world, cheers. God, who we got in the chat tonight, man? Who we got in the chat? Who we got in the chat tonight? Place to go in Asia. Go back to this nonsense. Yeah, because the guy is disabled, bro. This guy is physically and mentally disabled. Don't you understand this? Who said he was going to harm himself? Okay, he said he was going to harm himself. Okay, who said he was going to hurt and kill others? This guy. Okay, who said he's going to go out there and assault and beat people and kill them? This guy. Okay, who's calling everyone the P word? This guy. Okay, who's running around in a fucking war zone on the Cambodian-Thai border? Running around. With fucking boxer shorts on at 3 a.m. in fucking during a war zone. This guy, bro, because he's a fucking dude. Disabled Jim, you're a fucking idiot. I mean, that's what it all comes down to. You think the West sends their best? They send dudes like this. They send fucking psychopaths. They send fucking criminals. And most of all, motherfuckers, they send the most brokest ass Michigan disabled motherfuckers like this guy. They send dudes like this guy to the Philippines. Yeah! I'm here to help. I'm here to help. No, you're not, bro. No, you're not. Oh, shit. Well, first of all, listen, man, listen. Brevis is there in Bahal because he's there for his family. Okay, his family is there right down the street. Okay, so Brevis went to his family. Okay, he hung out with the family and he took a short excursion on his motorbike over to the fat man's shithole to see what was left of the trash. I mean, could you imagine the stink? I mean, I bet you get, even through all the rain, the typhoons, all the dogs, all the cats, all the people rummaging through the trash, you could still smell the fat man's stink. The stench, especially from those open pus wounds that just ran through the clothes. And you're just like, can I take this home to mom? Hell no, it's the fat man's. Look at this old decrepit fuck, bro. Look at this old decrepit fuck. Oh, I'm just James Jim. Dexel, can you take me back, please? I'm so sorry I hurt you. I'm so sorry I talked about you and the kids. Oh, Dexel, please. I have no one to go to. My mom and dad said I can't come home. My brothers and sisters don't want to see me anymore. And most of all, Dexel, I love you. You're the most beautiful, sexy woman I've ever met. I never have been involved in one relationship my entire life. All I do is go to the gym and shoot drugs into myself and do fucking. Oh, we forgot. That's right. You went to fucking prison! You're a felon too! You're a fucking felon on top of it. This guy, Disabled Jim, he's a fucking felon on top of it all. Damn! Trifecta, motherfuckers. That's the trifecta. Broke as fuck. Stupid as fuck, and a fucking criminal, a fucking felon. Oh my God, bro. Old Frank's lineup. You can't get an extension, bro. He's blacklisted. He's on the blacklist, okay? He can't do anything in immigration, bro. He's blacklisted. Frank Botega's on the blacklist. He's on the watch list. He can't do anything in immigration except leave the country voluntarily. That's all he can do. And then come and then try and reapply. Again, Frank Botega, please, just go to the mirror. Just go to the mirror and look in the mirror and blame yourself, okay? You're the one that talked about Shaw. You're the one that made all these threats and assaults and talked all this stuff about Shaw. It's all on tape. All the authorities heard it. She went to a psychiatrist for months. He did a report. The psychiatrist did a report on your mental status. It all went to immigration, and they deported you, bro, with a 5-year blacklist. That's it. How the hell do you get a passport? They give everybody a passport, bro. I mean, as long as you don't owe child support, you get a passport, bro. And of course, obviously, he never had kids. He's been shooting drugs up his whole life, bro. Shooting drugs in state prison. This guy's been in state prison, man, for DUIs, bro. DUI, drunken and driving, because you never had any response. You think this guy had responsibilities in his whole life? He lived with his mom and dad in the basement his entire life. He's a fucking mommy's boy. That's why the mommy boy, when he fell in love with the woman with 4 kids in the province from Negros Oriental or whatever the hell it is, Occidental, when he fell in love with the 4 kids, that's when mommy and daddy said, go on over there. Go on over there, Jim, and find yourself a woman. You can do it. Thanks, Mom. You're going to pay $400,000 for the house and the piggery, the laundry, and the sorry store? Yeah, thanks, Mom. Thank you, Mommy. Thank you, Mommy. Arrest warrant today. Police came. Oh yeah, that's right. Let me say it one more time. Disabled Jim, you're going to jail. You're going to fucking jail, disabled Jim. You're going to jail, motherfucker. You're going to jail. It's funny. Street Free Patrol in the chat. What's going on? That's pretty funny. Who's Mike Philippines retirement? What do you want me to say about him, bro? What do you want me to say about him? He's 71 years old. He's the turtle. He lives in Valencia. He's kicked off of Paul the Pimp's A-list. Now he's living in Valencia. He has no friends because no one wants to talk to him anymore because he's not involved with Paul anymore, and he's screwed, bro. His whole life he never had a woman in his life. He said he was married. He was probably never married. He never had a woman in his life. He finally found a woman at the Sorry Store, Janet. She had a kid, and then he gave it all up because of stupid fucking YouTube, bro. He gave it up because of YouTube, and that's what happened. He blew his entire family up. I mean, go to Janet's Facebook, okay? Go to Janet's Facebook, and she's got to buy me a coffee on her Facebook, bro. I mean, how sick is that? Right? So this guy's married, okay? Mike Philippines Retirement is married to Janet, and Janet has a buy me the coffee on her Facebook. Huh? I mean, and then you can send her buy me a coffee, and you're like, yeah, what's up, Janet? What's up, Janet? What's up, Janet? I knew they broke up because Janet all of a sudden showed up on my Facebook, and she texted me, bro. She texted me. She's like, hi, how you doing? How you doing? I was like, what? And then I looked on there. I was like, just got to be a setup, bro. It's got to be a setup, bro. I mean, I didn't answer back, bro. I mean, that's the last thing I need, bro. Stuck in Valencia, bro. I mean, I went up there with Brevis, man. We all went up there, and we went to the brewery right across the street from Paul Pimp's house. That brewery up there has the tacos and the beer and all that, They have a lot of cool stuff in Valencia, okay? That's where all the money is, and all these dudes went up there, and they got all this money, and big fucking deal. I'm here for the girlfriend experience. I'm here for the GFE, the girlfriend experience, the quality over the quantity. Okay, I'm looking for a quality girl to have a great time. I'm looking for a quality girl to have a quality experience, not a quantity. Otherwise, I'd have a grandma sitting here right now, a big grandma talking crap, okay, on the chat right now, like, hey, grandma, hey, what's up, you motherfuckers? Fuck you. I mean, I would have that shit going right now. I want a hot girl with me. Like I explained to the guy I met in IT Park, who's, here, and, he has, he's worth seven figures, and he's running around, and he's here on the Pacific for a Pacific reason, and I can't get into it, but But I told this guy, I said, listen, man, I don't have a girlfriend because I want a girlfriend that when I'm with her and Filipinos see her with me, they get, you can see them physically, just have a breakdown, or they start shaking, or they start getting very angry. Okay, that's the girl I want. If I can't have that, then I'm just not interested, man. I'm not interested. I want that girl. Otherwise, if I can't get that girl, okay, I'm going home, motherfuckers. What am I doing here if I can't, have that experience? And right now, I can't get that girl because every motherfucker from 16 years old, on up is here with their parents, meeting girls and having sex and having relationships. Look on fucking YouTube. It's everywhere. Mom's here, mom's there, mom's here. All these mothers here over the holidays with their young sons, all the way up to the guy in their 50s, man. My mom's all here. They're all fucking here, bro. And they're all, and if it's not that, you have all these girls doing OnlyFans. You have all these girls sending money out. Hey, we got $20. Damn, for Biggie. Yeah. Yeah, Biggie. $20. Hey, Ricky boy, Happy New Year to you and your family. Thank you very much, Biggie. Happy New Year's to your family, Darren. Beautiful Da Nang, Vietnam. Beautiful April. Beautiful Honeyco. Beautiful kids. All your lavish penthouse up in Da Nang, overlooking the beautiful beach, your beautiful family, and all the beautiful people. And Mick Fisher, big up, Mick Fisher. $20. Cheers, me. Thank you very much. That's very nice of you, man. Thank you very much. I had a very good time, Biggie. I had a good time. I left here before the typhoon. I went to Thailand. Then I went to Malaysia. Then I took Singapore Airlines, Biggie, business class from Kuala Lumpur to Singapore, and then I had business class from Singapore to San Francisco. Man, oh, that was so good. I had lamb chops twice. I had the seat where they have the babies. They have the baby seat. So I had extra space for my feet. Singapore Airlines, man, 30-inch seat. Oh my God. And then I went to Las Vegas 3 weeks, and then I flew to Germany 3 weeks, and I flew from Germany back here to Philippines, Cathay Pacific business class from Frankfurt to Hong Kong. Oh my God, I'm just flying business class left and right, Biggie. Oh my God. How you get into it? Oh man, what the hell's going on with this thing, bro? Is it live or what? Computer, what's up with my computer, bro? What's up? Doc M with 250. $200. Thank you very much, Doc M. Thank you. Oh my God. Let's see if this works. Anyway, thank you very much, Doc M. Thank you very much. I don't know if you can see me or not. I can't see the chat, bro. Oh my gosh. What the? Yeah, allow camera access. Yeah, access camera allowed. What a crazy, bro. It's all this stuff just collapsed. Work. Crazy, man. I can't see the chat. Hold on. Anyway, I'm on my phone, bro. Anyway, Doc M, thank you very much for the donation, man. I appreciate it. Man, what's going on my laptop, bro? It just crashed. It crashed, bro. It crashed crashed to the. Let's see if I can get it up again. Anyway, I know you're really enjoying this Age Adventure with Jim, man. I mean, but the guy's a nutcase, don't you think? Doc M. I mean, don't you think, Biggie? Biggie, honestly, I mean, the guy called me a P word, Biggie. The guy was like, "You're a P, you're a P, you're a P." He's like completely melting down just over talking about him, bro. The guy's a complete nutcase, but he, the danger here, everybody, the danger with Asian Jim Adventures here is that it's just, they're going to be looking for anything that this guy does, okay? Because they're just looking at this guy and say, what is going on, bro, with this guy? Because he's here, he's got charges, he has an arrest warrant, and what's this guy doing? And I guarantee you, bro, all it takes is one dude or one girl coming from left field to make an accusation, and then boom, he's in the system. And once he's in that system, bro, especially out there in some barangay jail, because he's way out of Dumaguete, bro. He could be out there in a little jail and stuck out there for a long time, bro. You just don't know, bro. What can happen? I can't see the chat, everybody. I'm waiting for my laptop to bounce up again. But anyway, Biggie, I got my, Biggie, I came back on New Year's Eve, and then Doc M, I came back on New Year's Eve. I had to spend, I couldn't believe I had no leaks in my unit. Look at this. I had no leaks in my unit. No leaks at all, man. No leaks. No leaks in my unit. It was unbelievable. No leaks in my unit. Even up there, see up there in that, that's all been done over up there. But there was no leaks up there. But it was kind of dirty. The plumbing was dirty and everything. So I had to spend. I had to get a cleaning crew from come up here. What was it? 1,500 pesos or something. And then, but the bathroom had a bunch of black mold in it because of the all the humidity, I guess, from the storm or whatever. I'm not sure. Well, it was so it cost 2,200 to get all that cleaned out. Then I couldn't get any water for a few days because of the holiday. And then today I got my air conditioning done for 600 pesos, cleaned out. So now I'm all set up again, man. I'm all set up again. And then tomorrow I got 3 dates. I got 3 dates set up. I mean, I got back and I got hooked up right away. I got here and I was hooked up within 2 hours. I had to hook up in 2 hours. Hot 22-year-old. And then I hooked up with a granny over the weekend, man. She stayed Saturday night, man. Wow, man. And she was like, she's sitting right here at the couch, sitting right there. She's like, I've only been with 2 guys ever, Can you teach me what to do? Of course I can. Of course I can teach you. Welcome to the Ricky Drum Academy of, gimme. So anyways, I hooked up with her, and then, but I'm telling you right now, ladies and gentlemen, 2026 is the year where there's a big transition going from, all these call centers going to AI and going to where they need a lot less workers and everything. So a lot of these girls, a lot of these girls are getting taken off their contracts, or their contracts are expiring. And so there's a lot more girls available now. Plus, with all these AI videos about how bad the Philippines is and how bad things are out here, and everyone's suffering and life's terrible and don't come here. I mean, you got to give it. Yeah, I'm sure Micah. There's a lot of people. That are doing all these videos, these AI videos. They're really helping everybody out here on the ground, bro. Because besides Asian Jim Adventures, that ding dong. Okay, everybody on the ground here is like, wow, it's getting better and better out here, man. Because 2022, everybody, as Biggie can contest, when we were all sitting there in Mactan or in Lapu Lapu at that German biker hotel bar. Remember that, Biggie? We were sitting there with Ben Newton. Man, I can get girls left and right, man. I hook up all the time, man. And then I was like, I found Apple, and then after we broke up with Apple, then there's nothing. I couldn't get anything done, man. But now it's starting to turn around because there's all these girls here now, man. They're just sitting around here. And then a lot of these girls, took themselves off the market because there's so many, crazy, psychopaths and criminals and broke ass people here. But I think they all left, man. They all left because they had to go home and leave, man. So anyway, thank you very much, Biggie, for the $20, man. And thank you, Doc M, for the $200, man. I appreciate it. Anyways, but I'm gonna try and get it up here. Just give me a second here, real quick. So anyways, this unit here, I pay 12,000 pesos a month. Okay. Now, this would be hard to live in, ladies and gentlemen, but I bought this bed for, I don't know what, $2,000 or something like that. It's from Utah, but it's like a hospital bed, but it goes up and down. It has hydraulics underneath it. It's from Utah. So it's really an advanced bed, and the mattress is like really advanced. And so you get a bed like that, and you put it in this unit, And I've never had anybody try and break in here, but I keep all my stuff in here, man. Look at all this stuff here. I keep all the medication in here, all my suitcase in here. Over there, all the antibiotics. I got antibiotics. I got every fucking thing that you'd ever need for any type of situation, In here, then you got girlfriend corner over here. That's where you can have your girlfriend put in the closet. You got the mirror, and you got the sitting room and everything. You really set everything up. I got a brand new sleep apnea machine over there that costs a couple $1,000s. I got for free, bro. I'm out here killing it out here. Killing it, man. And then I'm just saying, man. In the U.S., man, the U.S. is so screwed up now with the healthcare at the Veterans Administration, man. Do not go back and try and get Veterans Administration, man. Just stay here, bro. Just stay here. Okay, I'm gonna log off here and log back on to just stay and put everybody. I'm gonna log on here to back on here to the laptop. Oh, don't end the stream. Hold on. How am I gonna do this? Sorry about that. Oh, man. Anyway. How come that's not working now? Anyway. Craigslist. Sorry about that. Anyway, thank you for the super chats, everybody. I appreciate it. Doc M and Big E. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. So we're back on here. The laptop blew up and all that. So yeah, everything's better on the phone, bro. Of course, everything's better on the phone, bro. Again, man, this is all about just when I started YouTube, bro. I'm a troll, bro. I'm just a troll. I don't put up content, bro, because I don't do anything. Okay, I'm just out here hooking up, going to the casino, traveling a little bit to hook up, and going to see my family. That's all I do, bro. That's all I do. So anyway, just being a fan of YouTube, I'm on YouTube watching all these other channels, okay? And I've been watching all the way since our original hero, Peter Van Dever. There's this guy named Peter Van Dever. He was on back in 2015, okay, to 2000, before live streaming, okay? This Peter Van Dever guy, he was the guy he was the pioneer of all this, talking shit about other YouTubers in the Philippines YouTube community. He's the one that started all of this, but he was like 6'5", and he was getting Social Security disability, and he would just run. He was just going all over the Philippines doing videos about Ned Kelly, My Philippines Dreams, Rike, Bud Brown, Geo. He would just do all these videos about all these YouTubers, and then they hated him so much. All these people hated him so much that, they put out wanted posters. He'd go to the internet store and they'd call the police because, some foreigner was in there and they saw him or whatever. This guy was getting so much, Peter Van Der was getting so much fucking heat. He was taking so much fucking heat. He finally just had to go to the embassy and turn himself in, and he got sent back to the U.S., and then he joined some church in Texas. And then but he's the one that started all this, just talking about other YouTubers in the Philippine YouTube community. So we're just anyway, so I was watching all this. And then in 2020, during the COVID, I was basically, I was able to start my YouTube after July 4th, 2020, when I was in Europe. I went to Europe the day Europe opened during the COVID. And so I went there and I started talking about other channels, but no one knew who I was except people in the Alex Jones community, okay? Because I was on Alex Jones in 2016 with the Bill Clinton's a Rapist campaign, where Alex Jones paid me $5,000 to do, I was just one of many people, but I'm probably the only person that got paid. But I did it in Las Vegas at a Teamsters rally. Bill Clinton's Rapist Media is covering up, Infowars.com. And then that took off on Facebook, and there were so many views on Facebook. That's the next morning they put out the Access Hollywood tape, Billy Bush Grab Her by the Pussy, with Trump in the trailer. That's what, they put that out because of my video. Okay. And then I was on the Hillary Clinton death list and all this other shit, bro. But anyway, that's when I started YouTube, July 2020. And then, my channel got deleted, because of all the stuff on the channel and talking about people in Philippines and Thailand YouTube. Okay. So I got deleted, and then I started up again, when I got to Las Vegas, before the election, November 2020. And then I started doing it after that. But was being on YouTube a mistake? Definitely, bro. I mean, if you look back on, should I ever went on YouTube in the first place? Definitely it was a lot of fun and it was a good time and everything. But when I met Barry Lee Jordan that night, when I went down there to meet Brevis and down there, and then Mick Fisher showed up, and I was really, I was sick, I was sick. I had something going on medically. I'm not really sure what it was. You get a lot of ailment here, you get a lot of infection, food poisoning, stuff like that. So I was just sick that night, but I showed up anyway. But getting involved with Barry Lee Jordan is the worst decision I ever made in my life, bro. It really was the worst decision to ever get involved with that, okay? To get involved with Frank, because back in 2020 when I was part of Discord, and I was on Discord, Mrs. Hemminger's Discord, I was on there, and Mrs. Hemminger like, just stay away from Frank Battaglia, don't talk about him, just stay away from him, and because that Discord group back then was giving me like ideas about how to make video and who to make videos on, and we were just having a lot of fun and everything. And because of all the FBI and all this stuff that goes on now with Discord, and if they could find a string or they can find a link with some Discord in a crime and then connect it to you or whatever, then you're guilty by association. Then you have to go through, you have to get a lawyer up, and you have to go through a process, whether you're, whether they press charges, they don't press charges. And it's the same with January 6, January 6th, the insurrection on the Capitol. The day after the election in Las Vegas, I did barbecue beer freedom guy at the Clark County election office, which got 300 million views. I was on national TV for 2 weeks, but I got a lot of heat over that too. But luckily, I didn't make any money off that, so I didn't go to jail on it. But all that, nothing compares to the horrible decision I made getting involved with Barry Lee Jordan, man. That was the worst decision I ever made, was getting involved with Barry Lee Jordan. But, Frank Battaglia should just stop too. He should have stopped, and Frank Battaglia should have put the phone down and walked away, okay? Because if Frank Battaglia would have put his phone down and walked away and just forgot about Barry Lee Jordan, Barry Lee Jordan would never been in jail, would never got in trouble. Frank would never have to spend a penny on all the cost, and now all the problems that he has with Barry Lee's girlfriend Shaw, and being deported and being on a blacklist for 5 years and losing all this stuff potentially. None of this would have happened if he would have put the phone away, okay? And that's what I should do too, man. I should just delete the channels, take myself off social media, take this YouTube and delete it off my phone, bro. Just straight out delete YouTube off my phone. But I can't. You know why I can't? Because I got to be taken down, ladies and gentlemen. I got to be taken off YouTube, okay? I lost lots of channels, man. I had Fat Slob Blog, okay? That got taken down. I got Ricky Drama Live. That got taken down. I've had 2022, bro. I mean, I had the hottest channel in the Philippines, bro. I had the hottest channel. I mean, I had Dora Drama, this fucking hot, sexy girl, and Ben Newton, me, Dora Drama were all in Cebu City at fucking Sisters, and Dora Drama was up on the stage. Her boyfriend was an MMA fighter with One Network contracted, and he was in the chat fucking all pissed off at her because she was with me, because I met her in Manila, and we hooked up at the Conrad, man, and at Mall of Asia, and then she went off with me, and then left her husband with the kids, I mean, all that shit was going on, bro, and then I got my channel deleted, bro, and then I had to start all over again, with a new channel. And then over time, it's just, the alcohol caught up, the partying caught up, then I met Apple by accident because I met her and she just met me at Terminal 2, she met me at Terminal 2 there at Philippine Airlines, and then went with me. Apple went, I met her there. She just had a bag of her clothes. She had a bag, and she's I'm gonna go with you, because I've been on Pina Love. We talked on the phone. So I took her to Romblon Island to get Barry Jordan's passport. Then we got the passport, and then we did this huge adventure. Trying to get out of Romblon Island, and then we got over the Toblach Island, and then we were trying to make it out of there, and then we ended up at some right-wing Nazi camp, and then we got out of there, and we ended up, taking a go cruise to Boracay, and then we were in Boracay, and then Apple melted down on the live stream because I'm like going off that, and she's like, she just didn't know what to do because, it's hot, it's humid, and I'm fucking going off and shit, But anyway, so it was a great run, man. It was a great run on YouTube, bro. But you just get so burned out on it, bro. You get so burned out on all this shit, man. It's just like, it's just like, I still like watching channels, bro, but just the amount of AI on here now. I mean, you have this guy, you have like Alex touring Asia, or it's this guy on a motorbike, right? He's on a motorbike and he's like driving down the streets of the Philippines, and like it shows all this crazy shit. It's all AI, bro. You have girls on here that are like giving advice, and they're AI. You got these guys that don't show their face, but it's, you have all these AI channels channels, AI content, AI talking shit about the Philippines. You have all these dudes like, Chad Foster, Explorers, JoJo Wonder. It's me. It's me. You have all these you have all these guys that are using YouTube promotions. It's completely fake. Everything's fucking fake on this fucking shit now. And, but I can't take it. I can't take it. But once you're addicted to it, it's like once you smoke it, you can't go back, bro. I don't know. Or once you have black, you can't go back. Ah! But Apple is listen, man. Apple was the relationship that probably killed my relationship in the Philippines. I'm probably, it's going to be very difficult for me to find a girlfriend after Apple. Okay, Apple's the one I should have been with. Apple's the one that I should have started a family with, but I can't get her pregnant because my sperm don't work. I mean, look at Johnny Warrior. Okay, look at Johnny Warrior. Okay, because I collect 3 pension checks. Okay, I collect 3 pension checks. But look at Johnny Warrior as an example. Johnny Warrior, who was Army, and he just died last year in Bohol of a heart attack. But we all know him. Most people in this community know him. But he had a bunch of kids. Each kid got benefits. Okay, so with Johnny Warrior's VA disability, his Social Security disability, and his two extra VA pensions that he got for being in combat in Iraq and being injured and so forth. Plus, every kid he had, got money from the VA. He got money for the VA. Plus, he got 50% of the Social Security disability for that each kid. Okay. So if you look at me in my situation, every kid I have, is going to collect fucking major money. Okay. It's my responsibility. Okay. Ethically, morally, and everywhere else, is if I'm going to have a serious relationship with a girl and get married, I have to get her pregnant. Because just like Mark Thornton, when he died, that kid got 50% of his Social Security. Okay, with me, that each kid is going to get 50% of my Social Security. Okay, plus the VA disability, plus free college, plus free everything, bro. So every kid's going to get money out the yin yang. But if I'm with Apple and I marry her and we never have kids, she don't get fucking a penny, bro, because my ex, my daughter are going to take every fucking penny. They're going to take it all, and they ain't sending shit. Okay. They ain't sending shit. So, I can't be with anybody if I can't get them pregnant. So where does that put you, if you're 61 and a half years old in the Philippines, if you can't have a serious relationship because you can't get a girl pregnant, unless you go like through this fee and you have to go and pay, $10,000, $15,000, in order to have, a baby. And it's not even guaranteed that the baby's going to come out without Down syndrome, being a retard baby, all these problems, because you can't guarantee it. Because like I was telling these young guys, and I was telling these kids, I was telling these young Germans that are doing special training. I was like, listen, man, they're like 19, 20 years old. I'm like, go down and save your sperm. So even if you're like 30, go down and save your sperm now when you're 19, 20. So when you're 32, you'll have the sperm, and so you can give it to your new wife, and they can take it and they can inject it in, man, because that way you'll have the best kid possible. So you can have, a successful, beautiful family. That's something to really think about, especially if you're young, you know what I mean? Because you want to, but in my situation, because, I didn't take care of my health. I'm disabled. I'm fat. My sperm don't work, For whatever reason, my mother died, when she was 36 from a heart attack. I've had high blood pressure since I was 36. I've been on blood pressure medication. I just, it is what it is, man. It is what it is. I didn't deserve Apple because I couldn't keep up my responsibilities. But it's just the truth, man. So we had to break up, man. We had to break up because I can't, if I can't do anything 100%, if I can't create the core competency in a relationship to give the best I can, which is to be a provider, okay, there's no reason for me to be involved in a relationship. And that's just the truth. So, so that's what it is, man. And so there's nothing I can do about it, man, except, have fun and have friends. FFO, fun and friends only. Hashtag FFO, fun and friends only lifestyle, motherfuckers. And thank God, everyone's fucking broke out here. They're fucking broke as a joke. They owe money to loan companies, loan sharks, Indian 6556. Everyone owes money. You talk to more and more girls. They're like, oh, I'm broke. Girls I dated that I rejected, they're back on Pina Love talking to me like, I'm broke. I need help. I'm like, you got a fucking job. You work in manufacturing in Lapu. I mean, what do you need? They're like, I'm broke. I'm fucking broke. I need help. I'm like, I don't want you. I don't like you. I can't be with you. Help me. I mean, dude. But, yeah. Dude, I'm very, I have the greatest blood work, okay? I have the greatest blood work. My sugar level is my A1C is lower than Frank Battaglia's. I got great blood work. I'm just fat, bro, but I walk 20,000 like Biggie's walking. Big E's walking. Big E's walking. I mean, how many steps I do today? Look, 21,000 steps today, bro. Look, I did 21,000 steps today, man. 21,000 steps today. Tomorrow I'm meeting up with 3, maybe 4 girls tomorrow, bro. I'm out here fucking killing it, man. But you know what, man? At the end of the day, man, you got to go with what God gives you. Isn't that right? Isn't that right, Rich Bong? Pastor Greg out there in Las Vegas, I'll never forget. When I was I was in Las Vegas, living there and living with my beautiful real estate girlfriend. I worked real estate in Las Vegas. This Mexican-American girl with, double D's, and she got her ass redone down in Mexicali, where they took all the fat out of her waist and put in her ass. She had this huge-ass bubble ass, man. And we go there to see Pastor Greg, there at the church in Las Vegas there. And he was like, his number one thing was go with what God gives you. Every day when you wake up, whatever God gives you, go with it. Go with what God gives you, man. And God gave me YouTube. God gave me you, my studio audience. God gave me the millions watching around the world. God gave us the greatest president in the history of the United States, Donald John Trump. In his glorious, hard-working administration. And God gave us the greatest military on earth, the United States military. God gave us to live here in a beautiful, plentiful Philippines, motherfucker, where they have this hot, fresh, tasty pina pussy to enjoy and have fun and live large and blow our fucking retirement money on hot pussy, gambling, alcohol, and sex. Yeah. That's why we're here, motherfuckers. That's why we're on Philippines YouTube community. That's why we're out here killing it. God bless you all. Stay alert, stay alive. Jimbo, take care of yourself, Jimbo. Stay out of jail, Jimbo. Don't go to jail, Jimbo. Stay out of jail. Be safe. Get back to America. Stay alive, motherfuckers. Thank you, Doc M and Big E, man. Thanks for the donors, man. I appreciate it. Have a good